Hi guys, I'm so inspired right now to make this video. I just came home from Bible study. It was a Wednesday night Bible study, but it was a special guest preacher tonight, and he was incredible, and he turned it into basically a service. A lot of times I prefer Sunday morning church service to Wednesday night Bible study, but tonight felt like a church service, and it was incredible, and I felt the presence of God so strongly that I just wanted to jump up and down and just, but I was holding a newborn baby, which I absolutely love babies, so I couldn't jump up and down. But I was just so filled up tonight, and I felt so blessed. And here's a little testimony type thing of sorts, testimony of sorts. There's somebody in my life who I look up to, and I was thinking about her today. I think about her all the time, but I thought, I've never told her how I feel about her, and I wonder if I ever will. And I thought, if she thought a way about me and didn't tell me, but told other people, I would be missing out. It wouldn't benefit me, because I wouldn't know how she felt. And I've told people how I feel about her, but I've never told her. So tonight, we got on the topic naturally through just talking, and then I was able to tell her how I feel about her. And this person that I'm talking about is my best friend's husband's mom. So it's kind of confusing. But it was so good, and at the end of the conversation I could tell that I made her feel good because of the way she acted and hugged me and smiled and everything. And this person, not every single Sunday without fail, but most Sundays, she hugs me and she says, "Oh, you precious child," and it means so much to me. And when I'm feeling down, I think about her sometimes and how much that means to me. And I was able to tell her that today. And she makes me think, because sometimes I'm thinking about myself. Let's be honest. I walk into church, I'm thinking about how I don't feel well, and this and that, and I don't think about hugging people all the time and telling them nice things all the time. Sometimes I just feel like sitting there and being tired, I don't want to give the wrong impression. I usually hug somebody, I'm not a loner walking in there, but this woman always does that, and it's so selfless, and it's so loving, and it really makes a difference in my life. And all it is a hug and those wonderful words, and she says, "Oh, you precious child," it just means so much to me. It really does. So she inspires me to just love on people. Also, there was a situation where she showed love to somebody that didn't deserve love, and when she did that, it really inspired me and made me think a lot about forgiveness. And that video I made maybe 1 or 2 videos back about forgiveness or loving someone that's not a believer, I really got started thinking about forgiveness because of that instance, and I told her about it tonight. Another thing was, I was thinking about my testimony and how I want to share more. I want to share all of it, every single grueling bit of it. Is just, I would love to share all of it. But one thing that stops me is not knowing how to honor my biological family, because I moved to Wisconsin to be away from them. It wasn't the whole reason, but how am I supposed to honor them if that's the base of the story? I'm not sure, but I was thinking about how sometimes I felt like I overshared, and other times I felt like, my testimony was given to me to share. That's why it's a testimony. And if I don't share it, then I went through all of that for nothing. It's not about me. It's about what people can learn and grow from and take from my experiences. Our testimonies are not about us. They're just not. So that's another thing. And then tonight, when I went to the young adult group, I really need to figure out what they're called. Anyways, when I hung out with them after Bible study, it was about testimonies. Duh. Because everything just always follows suit like that. Just everything kind of goes together for some reason. And this girl gave her testimony, and it was really good. It made me emotional and made her cry and another girl cry. And one thing she said was, if we don't pray for them, who will? And I know that that's not super original, but that was something I said in my video about loving a non-believer, or loved one, or whatever. And that was something I was really thinking about. And then when she said that, it was just kind of like God speaking through her to me. And I really shouldn't be surprised, because I've talked to God so much lately. Of course he's going to answer me in these things that happen, but she wasn't there the day that I shared my testimony with my best friend, one of the first Sundays I was here in Wisconsin. So she asked me about my testimony, and I told her a little bit, and it's funny because I felt so kind of close to her during that, and I've hung out with her in groups a few times, and I never felt she was there, I was there, so that was really cool. And trying to throw my testimony at her really quickly as we were getting ready to leave, that was, I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna peel a clementine while we talk. It's kind of hard to share it, but we were supposed to write down our testimony on this flashcard and have it ready in case anyone asks. So I thought, you know what, this I could share, and I can share bits and pieces. So one part was that there's a YouTube channel. It's called Shay Tards. I know it's a weird name. It has nothing to do with the word retarded. It's about a family. The dad's name is Shay, and the first video he posted was him dancing in a unitard. I know that's weird, but just look them up and you'll see what I'm talking about. You won't see the unitard video because that was years and years ago, but I used to watch the Shade Hearts, and I'm just peeling the clementine. Don't bother me. Or, don't mind me. And sometimes I would get so upset watching their videos because I loved their videos, but they had such a loving family. And it was something that I'd actually never seen in person before. I'd never seen a family like that. I've had friends that had nice families, but I was never around them enough to know exactly how they were. And it was just the family, and it was just another family, and then there was my family. And that was not the greatest unit, you know? It wasn't a family unit, if you know what I mean. It wasn't that safe haven kind of thing that it's supposed to be. And so I would cry watching their videos. Just, like, really cry because I wanted a family really bad. And I always hoped, because Shay would say, you know, if you don't have a family, you can marry and create your own family. And so that was my hope. And I just wanted so bad to have a loving family. Now, because I followed God, I have a family. I have a mom and a dad and a sister and a brother, her husband. Like, I have the family that I wanted. Which blows my little mind to pieces. Because I remember watching those videos and crying, just so upset that I didn't have a loving family. And now I have one. It's absolutely insane. And the very first act of obedience was a breakup. The breakup was super hard because this person was kind of my refuge, you know? Because whenever anything would go nuts, which it did like every day, I would go to him. And he was so sweet and would console me, you know, tell me it's okay, like, we'll have our own family and it'll be loving. And I was, you know, following the Bible. I was reading the Bible. I wasn't following it, I'm sorry. I was reading the Bible and I was getting convicted and scared because I thought, oh no, my life is not, I'm not living a Christian life. I would bring things to him and I would say, I'm afraid if I die I'm gonna go to hell. I read this in the Bible and I don't know. And I said, are you worried about that? He'd say no, he wasn't. And so I knew that I needed to break up with him because we didn't see eye to eye, nor were we anything alike, but that's besides the point. But something really cool happened. I told him about the Holy Ghost and how my best friend had told me that there's such a thing as praying in tongues and that it scared me and I didn't want it and I didn't want him to ever have it because that would scare me, and he agreed. And then I got the Holy Ghost on May 1st, 2017, praying in my bed at night around 10:30 p.m. And that was less than a month after we broke up, and we didn't talk since the day we broke up. And months went by and I kept dreaming about him and dreaming that I told him I got the Holy Ghost and it's not scary. And I just kept dreaming and dreaming and dreaming, and every time I woke up, I was so disappointed because I thought, oh, again, another dream. Well, after I got moved here, I think it was September or October, one of those 2 months. I moved here in September. Well, he called me, and I didn't answer the phone because I thought, oh my goodness. And we hadn't talked since April when we broke up, and so I talked to my friend and I said, should I call him back? And she said, well, do you want to? And I said, I just really want to tell him this, and this. And so I texted him, and he told me, well, if I called you, it was by accident, and I'm sorry. And I thought, oh. So then I said, well, that's okay. I just wanted to tell you. And I told him about the Holy Ghost and just all of these things that I had been wanting to tell him that had happened and things. And he told me I could call him, and if I didn't want to talk, let him know, and he would just respond to the text with another text instead of, responding on the phone. And so I said, oh, no, I'll call you. So I called him, and this was the last time I talked to him, back in September, October, I don't remember. But he told me that because he trusted me more than he trusted anybody, he believed me about the Holy Ghost. Because I told him about the Holy Ghost, and it's like, I believe you. That's really awesome. He told me that it felt like it happened to him because it happened to me, and what he meant by that was he felt like because he knew me so well, it made tongues more personal to him. He knew that I wasn't crazy, therefore it's real and it's not crazy. And I don't know if he ever got the Holy Ghost. I don't know about things, but he's definitely someone I pray for. So that was really cool. And it sounds kind of rude, but I'm so glad we broke up, because if we hadn't have broken up, then none of this, I wouldn't have any of this. Every single thing I have right now, sometimes I say it all happened because I wanted to get baptized, but honestly, it was even before then. It all happened because I chose to break up with my God, my refuge, and followed the one true God, the God that could be everything I needed. So there's a little bit of my testimony for you. Alrighty, I'm gonna go eat this clementine now. I hope you guys have sweet dreams.